Now available in paperback and e-readers. Isis, My Sister, My Frenemy. It's a sister act as the goddess next door and the devilish diva team up in this action-packed Isis series adventure. Get Isis, My Sister, My Frenemy in paperback and e-readers everywhere. One of my viewers wanted to know why bands that make great music wind up breaking up. Well, the reasons why bands that make great music wind up breaking up vary from band to band, but there are several core reasons why a band would wind up breaking up. Now, the first reason why a band would wind up breaking up is because many members of the band just want to go in different directions creatively. Now, some bands will come together to make some great music. However, as the band starts to build some momentum and starts to build an audience, what will happen is that the members of the band want to go in different directions as related to their professional careers, and what they will do is, instead of staying together, wind up breaking up because they want to go out here in different directions. And examples of this could be like in the case of the band Shalamar with Jody Watley, where they were looking to go out in separate directions. Jody was looking to start her singles career, and the same thing with New Edition. Bobby Brown was looking to go into a singles career because he had basically outgrown the band. And that's the next reason why bands wind up breaking up, because sometimes the band starts to grow in different directions, and as they grow in different directions as related to the types of music they want to go out here and present, what they do is just decide to break up because they want to go in different styles as related to the kind of music they want to present. And that was shown with the band New Edition, where we saw the band New Edition break up, where we saw Bobby Brown go into a successful solo career. The same thing with Ralph Tresvant, who went on to a successful solo career, and the remaining members formed Belle Biv DeVoe. They all decided to go in different directions because they had grown creatively, and as they wound up growing creatively, what they decided to do was go out here and go in those different directions rather than stay together and become stagnant creatively. Now, another reason why bands wind up breaking up is because many bands wind up with members who start to see more lucrative careers outside of being a part of a band. Now, a band can go out here and get you fame and notoriety, but it doesn't really pay the bills. It's because you have to pay the royalties 5 ways and the advances 5 ways. So what happens with musicians is they start to go out here and look for ventures where they can go out here and make money independently, and those ventures can be more profitable behind the scenes than being in a band altogether. Now, some people in bands will wind up walking away to become songwriters because songwriting pays really good money if you can have a really good craft, and if you can control your publishing, you can go out here and build a wealth base by going out here and doing songwriting. Now, guys like Prince can go, he was a part of the band The New Revolution, but Prince made a lot of his money by going out here and writing songs for others, like he did for the Bangles with Eternal Flame, and many other songs that Prince went out here and wrote. Prince has an extensive catalog as related to songwriting, and songwriting can, again, be more lucrative than being part of a band. So some people will break up a band because they start making more money by going out here and being in songwriting and writing songs for other people. So they say, instead of me writing the song for me and my crew, what I'm going to do is go out here and sell that song and make money from the publishing. So you'll have bands that will break up because a member will say, hey, I can make more money going out here and writing songs. Moreover, a band will possibly break up because some people can make more money actually composing music, and that's what happened in the case of the band Oingo Boingo back in the late 80s when Danny Elfman left the band to go out here and start composing music. And as Danny Elfman left Oingo Boingo to start composing music, he started out with the theme song for the ABC series Sledgehammer, but became known for the iconic song for the 1989 film Batman. The Batman theme song from 1989 became iconic and basically cemented Danny Elfman's reputation as a musician who composed music. And as the 90s went on, I believe he went on to do compositions for several other Tim Burton films, and he also did the theme song for The Simpsons. So Danny Elfman was able to build a wealth base for himself because he could go out here and individually go out here and compose music. And because he started focusing on composition of music rather than going out here and focusing on just being a part of a band, he just decided to move on. And that's what happens in the business, because as people are in the business and learning the craft of music, what they do is start to grow as related to their craft. And what happens with a lot of times with bands is people wind up growing apart as the band winds up growing, and they start growing creatively as their craft. I mean, the same thing happened with Shalamar, the band. They had a great musical career in the mid-'80s, but Jody Watley decided to leave Shalamar to do her solo career and went on to become one of the great voices of the late 80s and the early 90s. That's what happens because, again, people want to grow creatively. They want to explore different aspects of music. They want to try out different styles of music. They want to try out different styles of singing. It's just a part of the whole business of music. Bands wind up breaking up because people wind up looking to move forward creatively with their careers. And as people wind up moving forward with their careers creatively, they sometimes wind up growing in different directions that winds up with them growing apart. And as they wind up growing apart, what they do is look to explore these different areas of music for themselves, and it leads to them, again, winding up breaking up a band in order to go out here and create even better music. So a lot of people will wind up leaving a band they were a part of to become a better musician, a master of their craft, and as they look to hone and master their craft, they wind up again outgrowing the band they were originally a part of. It's just a part, again, of the music business. I mean, people, as they get older, they start to, again, learn more unique, different things and techniques. It's no different than a cook who becomes a chef. When a cook enters the kitchen, he may start out as a dishwasher, but as he works the line and learns the different cooking techniques, what he does is become a chef, and the chef learns how to go out here and create recipes based on all of the foundations and techniques they have learned working in that restaurant as related to whatever culinary approach they are applying, whether it be French cooking or Chinese cooking or American cooking. Everybody starts out as related to their craft at the bottom. And yeah, you'll start out with a band learning the basics of music, but as you start to advance in developing your skills, whether it be playing at concerts or playing at local events, and cutting records, eventually what you're going to do is your sound is going to change and evolve. And again, it's no different than a chef, and it's no different than a writer like myself. When you start out, you may say, hey, I may want to go out here and start out writing one kind of story, but then you start to apply different approaches and want to explore different approaches, and you can't really explore those approaches within the confines of a band where you have to deal with people who have differences of opinion, different musical styles, and the only way to explore those different styles is to come out of the band and it means you have to go out here and try those different approaches. That's all part of the evolution of your musical style, because it's not, people just don't break up bands all because they have issues with other people. No, that may happen in the case of some bands, where some will break up because of a girl, or some will break up because one guy is a prima donna. That's the old story that they love to sell. But in reality, the core reason why some bands wind up breaking up is just because people who are in the craft of music want to, again, explore those different areas of music. They want to create new styles of sound. They want to create new harmonies and new melodies. They want to go out here and try different singing styles and different vocal approaches. And those vocal approaches and different styles would not really fit well in a band. So what they will do is go out here and leave the band in order to go out here and try to explore those different approaches to music, and try those different styles, and try those different melodies and harmonies and rhythms. They will go out here and look to try, again, exploring those different techniques. And that's just how the whole business goes. I mean, bands break up all the time, and sometimes it breaks up when we see people evolving to become better musicians. That's just all part of the process. Bands break up. It's all a part of the process. It's all part of the business, because the creative process is one where everybody looks to evolve and change. Everybody looks to grow and improve. It's just an all overall part of the business. It's all part of the life of a musician. A musician doesn't stay the same. I mean, let's look at Michael Jackson when he broke away from the Jackson 5. What happened was Michael's whole style started to change, and in 1982 we got Thriller, because Michael Jackson's entire style completely changed. And we also saw that at the Motown 25th anniversary, Michael basically introduced us to his new style of music, which became iconic over the last 40 years. I mean, Michael started out singing like one way in the Jackson 5, but then when he started to go out here and started to sing on his own and as part of the Jacksons, I mean, the style completely evolved, but the Jackson 5 broke up, and it had to break up because as Michael grew older and he started to get better at his craft, Michael became a master musician, and he became a master musician who became a songwriter, a master musician who became a composer, a master dancer. And again, that's all part of that evolution of music. Nobody stays the same, because your sound can't stay the same. It evolves as you get older. It's just a whole part of the process, and that's just all what music is. Again, it may seem short to some people, but it's all about him or her going out here taking their music to the next level. And as they take their music to the next level, a band is gonna break up, and it's gonna break up so that we can get greater music from those musicians as individuals than they would do as a group. Now, this was a video requested by one of my viewers, and if you want to request a video, you can send a donation to the PayPal or the Cash App by clicking the links in the description box. And if you want to pick up some of my books on the SJS Direct imprint to see my evolution of my writing style, you can find all of the books of the SJS Direct imprint on Amazon.com in paperback and Kindle format, and you can also find it at other online booksellers like Barnes & Noble, the iBookstore, Google Play, Walmart, and Target. That's all I have to say for this video. You can comment, rate, and subscribe. Now available in paperback and e-readers, Isis, the Beauty Myth. Learn the beauty secrets of the goddess next door in this action-packed Isis series adventure. Get Isis, the Beauty Myth at online booksellers everywhere today. Support Black-owned and Black-operated digital broadcast media. www.niceradionetwork.com. Nice Radio Network, broadcasting 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.